Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two of the toughest games on the calendar. We are at home against Juventus and away against Inter Milan. I'm not feeling particularly hopeful about these two games. We've started to struggle again in relation to results, and I'm hoping we can turn the tide around eventually. But for the time being, I think we will struggle. We've also got Atalanta and Napoli as well within these next five matches. Frosinone could be a massive game in relation to us being able to get some points on the board. Um, in terms of the last couple of games, obviously you were with us for AC Milan and Udinese. We've only played two games since. We lost 2-1 against Reggiana. We equalised in the 92nd minute and then conceded again in the 93rd minute. And we lost 3-2 against Lazio. And again, it was a 90-odd minute goal that won it for them. Verratti equalised in the 87th minute. We can't seem to maintain our hold on games at the moment, and it is a big concern. One win in our last 8 matches, and form is starting to turn the way it did when we were in Serie A last time out. I am debating changing tactically again, but I feel like we can't. We've been doing it an awful lot. This is already our second formation of the season. Marone is still yet to score in the league, and we're just really seemingly struggling at the moment. And I'm not too sure really what we can do. Unfortunately, I just don't think once again that we've got enough quality in the squad, and it is going to be very, very difficult for us going forward. I fear. Um, if we can get any kind of results against Juventus and Inter, then it would be unbelievable. If truth be told, we've had some good results this season. If truth has it, I mean, wins against Napoli and Roma, the draw against AC Milan recently as well. If we can somehow get a point or two out of these next two games, it would be phenomenal, really. Musto into Kumbadia. Now Rahman, I mean, he's just got no confidence at the moment, Rahman. He was trying to get down that right-hand side and he just didn't get anywhere with it. And now Toklamatic, good tackle by Bangora, who does seem to have settled into the team a little bit more. But again, we're just being overrun in terms of quality. The ball swung into that far post. It's a good header clear from Verratti and Schmidt picks it up. And again, we're just completely getting blocked out every time. Verratti into Schmidt again, and he loses out to Singo now. And very careless in possession. And Toklamati charging down the left-hand side. Another opportunity to get the ball. It's a good tackle from Kumbedi, but he still gets the crossing. And there is Kamara on the volley. It's a good block from Vasic. But we're giving possession away far too easily there. And we could be in for a very long episode today, I fear. 4 minutes in, that's two or three attempts at goal now from Juventus already. And it's not looking too positive, is it? Let's be honest. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're playing two of the best teams in the league. We're going into this episode expecting two defeats. If somehow we can get something from either of these games, it would be fantastic. But I'm not holding out much hope. Juventus certainly by far the better team, and they're controlling possession. Bangora's had a yellow card early on. Could be something that we'll have to keep an eye on because if we go down at 10 men, we've definitely going to be in trouble, I think. But for the time being, hopefully we can just make it difficult, if nothing else, for Juventus to get past us. Here's Singo into Gatti. And now Kubasi. Out wide to Aceves. Carries it straight through that midfield and plays it to Chiesa, back to Bremer. Again, there's just so much control. Obviously, Juventus do have this quality, and they're just in complete cruise control. Even though it's still 0-0, they really are dominating proceedings here. And now Bremer into Aceves, into Gatti. I mean, we're trying to close them down, and we're just not getting anywhere near them. They're moving the ball very easily. And Chiesa into Kamara, and the line in the midfield has been broken. And Kamara gets in behind, gets the cross in, and Toklamati wins the header, and it's just gone wide. And again, there's just no answer from our point of view. And in front of goal, we've been extremely poor once again. Marone is on borrowed time at the moment. He really needs to pick it up. I know we've had some tough games, but he needs to start scoring soon. I mean, we bought him for 5.5 million. It's a lot of money for a club of our stature. And yes, he's worth a lot more. The deal will work out as a good one for us, but he really needs to get himself going as Kamara easily waltzes into the penalty area, and again he puts it wide. So we continue to get away with it here. I'm just going to pause there because we're going to have to make changes. I mean, he's supposed to be a really good advanced forward, and he's not done anything today. I know it's Juventus, but I'm really starting to run out of patience with him. Mamadou Bar can come on for Rahman. It's a slightly more attacking change, and Rivera can come on for Schmidt as well. Neither of them particularly performed well, if truth be told. Bangora is on that yellow card. He's looking a little nervous as well, so we'll take him off as well for Coliseco, and we'll leave it at that for now. Possible 2 changes that can be made. I mean, it's just so frustrating with Maroon. We spent a lot of money on him. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're still at 0-0 here, and that is an extremely good result if it maintains. But we've not looked like scoring, and this is a big problem. As Senti strikes in, it's taken a massive deflection. That is harsh. But again, I mean, the last 2 games we've conceded in the last few moments after the 90 minutes. And today it's happened again, and we've created chances, but again, we've not been hitting the target. And that is a 1-0 defeat, and that is very disappointing. We've lost to an own goal, which is frustrating. But we're completely toothless up front. The more aggressive play is definitely working. We're playing better and we're creating chances, but we just don't look like a team that can cut it at this level. In terms of defensively, we're doing quite well in comparison to some of the others in relation to goal difference. But again, we've just got to maintain that. And with some of the games we've got coming up, we might not. We might be getting a little bit closer to those behind us. Fans criticise our tactics now, so we're going to have to change tactic anyway. That's the code in Football Manager to say you've got to make some kind of a change. So we're going to have to find a way of making this work. We've got a lot of attacking talent. This is the problem. We need an attacking midfielder, and we need the wingers as well. But I'll see what I can do with it and see what happens ahead of this game against Inter Milan. So bear with me. We'll come back and we'll see how the new tactic shapes up, because something's got to change. Okay then, guys, here we go. We're away against Inter Milan next. We're sat in 16th place now. We've just dropped down a place, and unfortunately, we're now behind that games to point ratio that I like to keep mentioning. 15 points now from 16 games, and it could be 15 from 17 after today. We can rest assured, though, we probably won't drop into the bottom 3. If Palermo and Cremonese both win and we lose heavily today, we could end up in the bottom 3 with Udinese and Frosinone. So, you know, we're starting to get to that nitty-gritty bit, and it's not really going to look particularly good, is it? Going into the game today, we are making the changes that are required of us. Brazil is in goal. We've got Vasic, Verratti, Ross and Combedi at the back. We've gone ball-playing defenders and the sweeper keeper on support. Musto, Higo and Sacco in the midfield 3 with Schmidt and Rahman and Bar as the front 3. Can go any better? Probably not really, but we'll see how it goes. We've not really got anyone who can play that Carriero role. But I feel that in this system, it is probably quite important that we do have that in there. I mean, to be fair, we could. We'll give it a go and just see how it works for us. I mean, it's a horrible game to really test a new formation up, isn't it? But it is what it is. There's not really too many more options for us. We have to make a change, and this is what we're going for. The way that we're going to play is going to remain the same, but hopefully having that those two extra bodies right in that central midfield rather than further forward or further back could help us gain a little bit more territory. Whether we'll have more control in the game or not, who knows? But against a side like Inter Milan, we are very much favourites to get a beating here. Vasic here into Schmidt. And also, in playing it this way, we've got Schmidt and Rahman as the inside forwards. So they will be cutting inside and trying to get in attempts at goals. So we've got extra support there now for the striker. Schmidt tried to get in there. It was a good tackle on him. He got brought down, but the tackle was good. And Schmidt wins that header. But again, couldn't really find the support. But Higo finds Mamadou Bar. And now into Schmidt, who lofts it over. And Rahman is there. And he controlled the volley really, really well, to be fair. But unfortunately, couldn't keep it on target. But positive signs there. And Rahman even getting an attempt in a goal. But again, in terms of like match ratings already, he is dropping down. He's at a 6.6 already today, Rahman, and he's dropping lower and lower. He's really, really struggling to get any kind of consistency in his game at the moment. Ross here into Mamadou Bar, and now he got into Schmidt, into Vasic. Good passing there from the lads, and Vasic trying to get down this left-hand side, fires in a cross, and it's easily cleared from Tapsoba. And now Kai Havertz leading the charge forward for Inter Milan. Still going, Kai Havertz. We've let him run all that way, and the shot, luckily, didn't have enough conviction, and Brazil made a reasonably comfortable save. It's all Inter Milan. In terms of chance creation, they've had 6 attempts at goal. We've only had the 2. They've had 4 shots on target. We've had none. Similar story to what happened against Juventus, if truth be told. And we were unlucky not to come away with a point in the end, purely because of an own goal. But Kartsev here into Barrea. And again, it's taken a deflection. Brazil left just stranded with it. And Inter Milan take the lead. And we're 5 minutes from half time. And this could get a lot worse, if truth be told. And Kartsev with the throw into Havertz, back to Kartsev, who's under no pressure at all. Plays it back into Havertz. Again, still no pressure. Gets the shot away. It's a decent save from Brazil once again, but it's just relentless pressure. 3 chances in 2 minutes now. Kartsev into Fratesi, into Kai Havertz, who finishes it superbly. Hint of offside. Hopefully it will be as such, but we are conceding a lot of chances here, and the goal's been awarded, so it's 2-0 now, and it's game over. If truth be told, we're not going to come back from it. We've been absolutely shocking once again, and I fear that this season's going to go the same way as it did the other season. We need to find a way of picking up points, because at the moment we don't look like we're going to do anything. But again, we started off reasonably well. And we did the same in that the other season as well. But it's just having any consistency for a long period of time in Serie A. We just can't seem to string a few good results together. Coliseco here into Rahman. Over the top to Schmidt, who controls it well. And he's got to be scoring there. He has to be scoring that. And once again, disappointment. And Rivera can come on for Schmidt, who's on a yellow card. Bar's been poor today. Malaka can come on. I'm looking at our other options, and we haven't really got any, if truth be told. Gambo can come on for Vasic. Ross can come off for Molteni. And Higo can go on that right-hand side. Rahman can come off as well. And we'll get a Kanzi on for a bit of game time. Why not? I mean, if it stays at 2-0, in the grand context of things, it's not really a bad result, considering the domination of Inter Milan today. We'll offer a little bit of encouragement to the lads, but I can't imagine it's going to do anything at all. A few changes have just been made by Inter, and Berea here with a free kick, and he's fired it straight in, and he's smashed it off the crossbar. Brazil seemed very confident that that wasn't on target, and he was almost left very red-faced there. And Inter Milan here with a corner. Berea swinging it in, and Verratti does well to clear. Gambo couldn't get there, and Higo manages to clear it a bit further, but passed her straight forward to Tapsoba. And again, we're just not quick enough just to get out to them. We've not got the necessary quality in games like this. Aliotta into Samuel Lino and now Nuto. They're just knocking the ball about, finding the play, and Havertz smashes it off the inside of the post. Apparently he was offside there. I thought that was less looking offside than the actual goal that he scored, but there. A 2-0 defeat. Malakar coming back after his injury, which was probably the most positive thing I could say for that game. And a lot of work to be done. Hopefully we can find a way of getting some results going forward. But Atalanta we've got coming up there, sat in 4th place. Frostinone's a huge game down in 20th. Well, they're rock bottom of the league, 7 points from their 17 games. If we lose that, I think we could end up going down again. I know it's still early stages, but if we lose a game against a side that are really, really struggling, who have won one game all season, which was against Reggiana, if we lose that game, we're in big trouble. We really are. 3 wins is all we've had from our 17 games. Granted, a couple of good scalps there in Roma and Napoli, but yeah, not good enough. And going into the coming matches, likes of Atalanta and Napoli, Brianza are up there challenging for a European spot. Frosinone and Cremonese are huge games for us. We'll come back for Barry and Cagliari probably at the start of February, go through the January transfer window. If there's a lot of transfers, we'll just do the one game, but we'll see how we get on in the meantime. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.